New at 10, legislation approved in the state assembly today would make it illegal for hospitals to remove organ transplant patients from the registry list if they use medical marijuana.
Yeah, AB 258 was overwhelmingly approved by a vote of 52 to 8. As KTVU's John Fowler discovered, supporters say patients are dying after being removed from transplant lists because of the stigma surrounding marijuana.
56-year-old Richard Hawthorne says he's had viral hepatitis. And like about 4,000 people just in the Bay Area, desperately needs a liver transplant. Just playing with his granddaughter, he says, exhausts him.
Depression's always there. I'm tired of not being able to, go out and do anything. I'm pretty much confined to the house. The nausea is pretty much almost full-time. I've taken every nausea pill they've given me, and none of them helped at all.
What does help is marijuana. He got a medical marijuana card and says cannabis helps him eat, sleep, and improves his mood and energy. Plus, it doesn't hurt his liver. But what it does hurt is his chance for a new liver. He says he was on a Stanford transplant list until urine tests came up positive for pot.
That thought never crossed my mind that I was doing anything wrong until they said that, I can't be doing that. It's not in their protocol.
California recognizes cannabis as a legitimate and effective medicine. Many patients say it's the only thing that relieves their symptoms. But unlike some states, California law allows hospitals to deny life-saving organs to patients who use medical marijuana.
I don't think smoking marijuana, medical or otherwise, is a good idea when you're on a transplant list.
Liver specialist Dr. Maurizio Bonaccini tells us there are sound medical reasons for prohibiting pot before transplants. That marijuana sometimes contains a fungus known as aspergillus,
which is a very virulent organism that can actually be fatal in patients after liver transplantation.
Doctors suppress immune systems in organ recipients to reduce rejection, but that puts patients at risk for diseases including cancer that he says are associated with smoking pot. As for nausea, appetite, and weight gain, he says there's a synthetic drug called Marinol for that.
So I think there is a nice alternatives that can do away with the use of marijuana.
Each hospital sets its own rules for marijuana use in transplant cases. Some allow edible products, but not smoked. UCSF is somewhat less restrictive on marijuana than some, requiring just one clean drug test, not mandating candidates be drug-free 6 months or longer. CPMC usually allows medical pot before kidney transplants and is now revising its liver transplant protocol. Rules usually are administered case by case by committee, a patchwork that AB 258 would standardize. Its author, Marin County Assemblyman Mark Levine.
We're making sure that those patients who are suffering from diseases are not inadvertently kicked off of the organ transplant registry list because of doctor-prescribed medical cannabis use.
But CPMC transplant chief Dr. Roberto Osorio tells us that kind of legislation is bad medicine.
If you trust your physician and the program that you're going to, you should trust their policies that they have. I don't think you really need a bill.
Richard Hawthorne has made it now on the UCSF transplant list. He still can't smoke marijuana and supports AB 258.
And also for people that are following me that need it also. I want them not to have to go through what I'm going through.
He says he's been off and on the liver transplant list now 6 years and worries his luck is running short.